Hello, my Zoom crew. Hello, YouTube. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I think I'm gonna give it about to 7:05. Good evening, Monique. To about 7:05 for everybody to get in and for my family to calm down since Daddy just walked in the door. The screen is blank. Okay, no worries. So hold on. I forgot to do it. Dang, I forgot to do it the other way. Okay, so I'm gonna this what I'm gonna do.
You might have to connect on YouTube on your phone and then do the computer with your Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's what I forgot to do. Totally forgot. So let me see. Here it is. All right, let me see if I can get the YouTube up on my phone. Oh my god, okay. Okay, I know I can send this to my phone. Hold on, y'all. Yeah.
We can hear you on the Zoom.
Hey, girl. Hey, do you mind here? Do me a favor. Get y'all a plate. Get y'all some food, okay? I gotta get to the back. I got stuff on.
Well, fix us a plate, okay? What?
The fear of possibility. Okay. So when I say possibility, I mean stuff like I don't have enough money to get started. You know, I have to have my estate license, or I can't, or I don't have enough knowledge to get started.
Yeah. Come in out. Come in out.
All right, hold on. Can you do better now? All right, what about All right, so I took off the Bluetooth. Can y'all hear me now?
I've never had a problem with hearing you. I can't complain on my end.
Okay, because it's the YouTube people that say they can't hear me. And so I thought it was because my speaker was covered up or something like that. Okay, so they said it's better now. You sound far away or muffled. Okay, cool. So, so the first fear is fear from false beliefs. So stuff like, okay, great. Thank you, Tatiana. So things like I have to have my real estate license. I don't have enough money to get started. You know, it's risk. I have to take a big risk in order to be able to invest in real estate. You know, I have to know a certain amount of information to start in real estate. None of that stuff is true. All of that stuff is false. Okay. And so you create a fear surrounded around those false beliefs. All right. So let me give you an example of when I created a fear across a false belief. So one fear would be nobody wants to help me, or nobody is able to help me. And that's false. Why? Because I'm pretty sure if I ask any one of y'all on this YouTube stream or anybody on this Zoom stream, or you know, a good bit of y'all, because maybe y'all don't want to help me. But if I was to ask a good bit of y'all to help me, then I'm pretty sure y'all would be willing to, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, you know, we create these, you know, false beliefs in our head and we stick to them and we believe them and we don't reach out for a different answer or for a yes or a no. We just go ahead and create the assumption and stick to it and feel like it's no other side to that assumption, which would be the positive side. So instead of thinking like, hey, you know, nobody is willing to help me or nobody don't want to help me, then maybe I should say, you know what? I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to ask somebody, hey, you know, Tatiana, would you be willing to help me? LaShawn, I got this going on. Could you help me? Okay. So if you think it's like, hey, I need a real estate license. Well, Michika, do I really need a real estate license? Or, hey, you know, I don't have enough money to get started. Michika, how much money do I need to get started? And then I want you to be able to make a decision after you get the answer. Okay? Don't make the assumption before you even ask the question, because you have a choice to choose what to believe. You have a choice to choose how to feel, and you have a choice to choose how you want to carry on, you know, for the rest of your life based on the actions and decisions that you make. Okay? YouTube, can y'all still hear me good? So the second fear is fear of starting because of the unknown. All right. So this would be me. And I'm gonna give it to you on a personal level, okay? So fear of continuing on in my marriage or whatever, because of I don't know if you know how I feel or the things that aggravate me about my husband or the things in me that I know I need to get rid of and do better about to be a better wife for him. I don't know if any of that stuff will ever change or if I will become that better wife or I will become a better woman. And so with that, I may, you know, be a little recluse spider and beg out for him and be like, you know what? I ain't gonna do no more. I ain't gonna do no more changing. I'm not gonna give him what he needs or what he's asking me to do. I'm gonna just sit back and you know what? I'm just bowing out. I ain't even gonna tell him I'm bowing out either. I'm just gonna bow out and call it a day. Okay. And it's simply because I created this fear around not knowing if anything would change, not knowing if our situation is gonna be any different. Why? Because I didn't take the time to maybe learn something new. Okay. So take the time to ask myself some questions. Like, Mashika, what do you not like about yourself as a person? How do you deal with people? Do you like the way you deal with people? What kind of friends do you have? You know, why why does this certain thing about your husband aggravate you? Is it really him or is it you? Okay, so stuff like that. And then once you start digging deep and asking yourself those questions, then you can form some kind of action plan, right? So stuff like the question I said, what kind of friends do I have? So I take inventory of all my friends, right? And I might see one friend come up, and you know what? Every time I go to that friend, you know, we talk or whatever. You know how you can find your friends and stuff. She always telling me to leave my husband. That's not an energy that I want if I need to be, you know, continuing my marriage because that's what I really want. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut her out. Okay. So I took inventory. First of all, I asked questions. I took inventory, and then I made a decision. That should be a process that you have. Okay. Don't just, you know, sum it up as this one thing and not be open to other opportunities or another outlook. That's just shutting yourself down and putting yourself into a box to be stuck. Okay. And energy grows where energy goes. So if you steady pumping negative energy into it or having a negative perception or a perspective, then it's gonna turn out negative every single time. Why? Because you're giving that kind of energy to it. So you have to turn it into something positive. You have to be open to receive that positivity, you know, from that questioning, from taking that action and doing something different. Okay? Does that make sense, y'all?
A lot of sense.
Okay, thank you. All right, so fear from what I don't know is the next one. Okay, and that pretty much ties into the unknown. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. Fear from what I don't know. Okay, so that's just talking about knowledge and stuff like that. So you don't know enough about real estate. You don't know how to, you know, find out the value of a house. You don't know how to figure out where to get sellers from. You don't know what a good deal is. You don't know, you know, how to make your money less risky or how to make a less riskier decision when it comes to, you know, buying real estate. And so that keeps you in this box where, you know what, I'm gonna just stay in this box of no. You know, I know I want to do real estate, but I don't know how to do real estate. So I'm staying in no of I want to do it. And then the I don't know how, that's out. So you create this box of no. And in the box, you can only go but so far. You can turn to the left, the right, the back, the front. But guess what? You're not going nowhere. You just staying there. Why? Because you're staying in your no and you're not willing to get out of the box, come into that knowledge space. Because I mean, Google is real. Google is alive and real. You got tons of Facebook groups about real estate, and it's as simple as just going in there. Even if y'all want to ask a question, just go in there and read. Okay? Somebody mentioned that they don't know what information is right and which information is wrong. Guess what? You can take what they said, paste it into Google, or ask questions to Google based off of what you just read. And if you see at least 2-3 more articles or posts or information about it, then it must be true. And then all else fails, you could just ask somebody who, you know, you trust in a real estate space that has tenure or been doing it for a while, or even a real estate attorney, ask them like, yo, you know, this is what I found out. And honey, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's true, but please help me. You may have to pay a little money to an attorney, but if you can find somebody that you trust that's been in the game for a while, then hey, you can't go no wrong with that. So I'm asking y'all to get out the box, okay? It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And like I said in the example, I'm telling you, go to people. The people in the Facebook groups is people. The attorney is people. The people who put the stuff on Google, is from people. So let's talk to people and get to know more people who are going to help us father us along versus depending on, learning all this stuff, because real estate is such a vast industry. You're not going to be able to get everything. And somebody put on that paper that I learned so much. I learned so many different exit strategies. I have information overload. And let me tell y'all, information overload in real estate is so weird, so real. We had this thing called analyst paralysis. Okay. And what that is you analyze so much, you don't read so much stuff, you don't watch so many YouTube videos, but you so paralyzed by the information you have consumed, or not really consumed, but just let flow some kind of way. It might have flowed this way instead of this way. But you don't consume so much information that you so stuck, you don't know which way to go. And that's another thing. You can't be listening to everybody and wanting to do everything, with that. Summer says she went through analyst paralysis. It's real. So you have to pick one person. Pick one person that you resonate with, that you trust, that vibe with you or whatever the case may be, and run with that one person. Okay? Now, if you see yourself, you don't apply to everything this person has said, and you don't fail miserably, or you don't got in some trouble, like some legal trouble, then that ain't the person you need to be listening to. But if you trying it and you following that one person and it actually works out, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? All right, I'm gonna leave you with that, and I'm gonna go to the next one. So, another fear was fear of anything outside of your comfort zone. Okay, this one was a big one for me. I'm gonna just go ahead and say, when I say big, I mean big. Like when I told y'all the other night that I had a problem with cold calling, I had a problem with talking to certain kind of people. I had a problem with working in groups. I had a problem with asking for help. That's all stuff that's built into my comfort zone. Why? Because I'm comfortable there. It feel real good. It feel real good to be independent and barely making it. It feel real good to lie to myself about everything and live in my truth. Okay? All that feels good. So why am I going to do something that's uncomfortable? Next thing I know, I might be a little too hot. I might be a little too scared. My chicken might not come out the right way over there. So let me stay where I'm comfortable. My favorite blanket is like, the bed is good over here. I don't know what's across there, so I'm gonna just stay here. Okay. I think it's a movie out with a lady. She was scared to leave her house because she was scared of outside. Okay. Do y'all not know how much she was missing from staying inside? The sun, probably never felt sun on her skin and stuff. Y'all seen that movie Room? That movie Room was very emotional. Why? Because you imagine being stuck in one room for years and years and years. You ain't never seen the light of day. So much so that you so pale. You ain't even got real skin color. So equate that to your comfort zone. How many things have you passed up because you stayed in your comfort zone? How much money have you left on the table because you stayed in your comfort zone? How many relationships have you missed out on because you stayed in your comfort zone? How many things have you tolerated because you stayed in your comfort zone? And let's be honest, how comfortable is our comfort zone? If we were really to be honest, how comfortable? How comfortable is it not having enough money? How comfortable is it still being in that same situation with you, your husband, or your significant other arguing every day because ends ain't meeting? How comfortable is it having to turn your kids in when they come and ask you, Mommy, can I do this? Daddy, can I do this? And you got to say no. How comfortable is it to want to go on vacation, to your favorite dream vacation, and can't do it because the money ain't in the bank? How comfortable is that? I'm going to leave y'all with that when I move to the next one. For me, it ain't comfortable, okay? And so that's why I'm in a place now where I'm doing whatever it takes. And I had to find out that it's not something on the outside that I got to do. It's work on the inside that I got to do. So when I tell y'all personal development has been my best friend for the last couple of years, and it has really shown me some stuff, especially with developing my relationship with God, because if nobody else tell you the truth, baby, God is going to give it to you, okay? So for me, like I really had to, I was just scrambling for stuff like, look, or I want to be better. I want to be different. Please help me be different because this right here is not what I want. And I had so much fears associated from my childhood and what I didn't want that I was so focused on what I didn't want that I was chasing away the things I wanted. So I was like, you know what, this is just not working. And so with that, I was led to Lisa Nichols. Do anybody know Lisa Nichols? Like Lisa Nichols is the bomb.com. Y'all don't know. Okay. Y'all don't know Lisa. Y'all gotta figure out who Lisa is. Y'all just Google her. Okay. She been on Steve Harvey and everything. And I came across this YouTube video a couple years ago. And watching that YouTube video, I was just crying and crying and crying. And then
what's your name?
Lisa Nichols. I'm gonna type that shit for y'all.
Nichols. Okay.
Yep. Honey. Y'all forgive me. I might can't spell that good. I don't even think I spelled it right, but that's okay. So I ran up on a YouTube video a couple years ago or whatever, just going through emotionally trying to figure out why my life ain't where it need to be, where I want it to be, I should say, that kind of thing. So I watched the YouTube video, had a little cry moment, picked myself back up, and then I went right back to doing the same thing. Okay, anybody do that? You ain't gotta say in the chat, but just nod virtually if you do that. Got it. So then it came back around, the same YouTube video, probably about a year or two later. So now I'm really paying attention. I'm like, Lord, I don't see this. This is real familiar. Still feeling the same thing, still crying that same cry. But guess what? I decided to Google her this time. I said, you know what? It got to be a book or something out there, something. So I ran across her website. It's called motivatingthemasses.com. I can spell that. I'll put that in the chat for y'all. Hold on, YouTube. I don't forget about y'all with the chat. I ain't forget about y'all completely, just with the chat. And I don't know how that is. Okay. Y'all better be talking to me, YouTube, honey. All right. And then we got motivating the masses. I want to tell y'all something else. Multitasking is a myth. So for whoever feel like, I suck at multitasking, I got to be this expertly multitasker, get that out your head. It's a lie. You are not built to do multiple things at one time at all. I mean, if you look in the Bible, God didn't even do multiple things. He did one thing at a time when he created the earth. So what makes you think you could do multiple? You cannot. Because guess what? You're going to focus on one thing and you're going to think you're doing two things. And guess what? One of them is going to suck. Because you can't give the same energy to the same thing at the same time. If you want to give 100% to something, you think you're going to give, no, it's going to be 50-50. I promise you. Okay? Okay. So just please, if you don't take nothing else from that, it's from this tonight. Multitasking is not real. Okay? Just write that down. You don't write nothing else. All right. So, let's see what else. What was I? Lisa Nichols. Okay, cool. So came across the YouTube video again, watched it. So then I Googled her, came across some books, then came across her website or whatever. And so somehow or another, y'all know how y'all put y'all email and something. Y'all don't know nothing about it till y'all start getting emails. That was me. So get an email or whatever that she doing this free 3-day summit, okay? And I was at a rough place emotionally and mentally at this time. So I was like, you know what I got to lose? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And so girls and men, when I say I did the summit, and it was just like, it just really blew my mind to know that it was another way of thinking, to know it was another way of doing things, to know I didn't have to stay here. It was a choice to stay where I was at, and I could be somewhere else. I could choose to be somewhere else. I could choose to be someone else. Okay. And so, when she did it, she brought in other speakers and stuff like that. So it's a lot of people, even if this Lisa Nichols isn't your person, maybe it's a YouTube video that keep popping up on your feed that you need to click on. Okay, maybe it's somebody that you've been following for a while now, and they be speaking to your soul, and you be scrolling up real fast because you ain't ready to hear that yet, or you don't want to face that. You feel me on that? Yeah. You feel me, Tanya? Okay, got it. So y'all gotta start paying attention to that stuff. Why? Because that's your growth calling. Okay, that's your elevation calling. That's your increase calling, and it's time for y'all to get to moving. Y'all can't keep staying here. Okay, I can't keep staying here. We got to move. It is time to move. This is the season of moving on up. Okay, y'all know that song, "Moving On Up." Yes, time to move up. Okay, so please find something that speaks to your person inside, okay? Speaks to you need to do better. You've been needed to do better for a while and do something different. Find something to speak to that, whether it's a person, a book, something that you ran up on, a YouTube video, do that, because you'll be surprised of what you didn't know about yourself. That caused you to start thinking something like, yo, that's a red flag on myself, okay? Wave the red flag, okay? Fall in love with the red flag, because you need to start turning up to some other flag, like white, to surrender, to surrender to that, to stop lying to yourself, stuff like that, okay? And then maybe a green flag, because green is good, yellow is good, all right? So yes, please do that. Now, so for example, so when y'all did day one, did it make y'all think about some things? Like, did it open y'all up to some stuff y'all don't really know about yourself?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's
It
on
did. Yes, a lot.
See, that's only the beginning, okay? And so y'all got, I don't know how, I ain't did the countdown, and I probably need to put a countdown on my calendar, because I'm gonna just keep saying 90 days, and I'm just adding time on to the timeline. So if y'all want to just keep going and we keep renewing 90 days every day, because maybe that's what it takes, then hey, I'll go with it. But I hope over the next couple of weeks, y'all get that some more, because fool with me, y'all ain't got no choice. Because once day 2 had dropped, I know y'all seen how heavy that worksheet was. So, with that, it's only gonna get more from that. So for day 3, like the worksheet, I ain't even created it yet, but come the morning, it's probably gonna be even heavier, and that one is gonna be due, in enough time. So yes. Okay, so comfort zone, we did it. So another fear is fear of the next steps or the responsibility that comes from taking action. Okay. And in parentheses, I put procrastination, because that's where procrastination comes from. So I was talking to Andrea today. Okay. And I was saying, you know what, Andrea, I deal with procrastination, right? I got, like I told y'all about my office. My office is a hot mess. Why don't I clean it up? It's easy. It's the only room in the house is a hot mess. Every other room's clean. Every other room I can pick up in, no problem. Okay. But this dining room, I just can't. This office, I can't. Why? Because as soon as I clean it up, I gotta be responsible for either keeping it clean, or if it get out of this, I gotta clean up again. Why I want to keep doing that? I need to just stay. Like, we can just continue to pile this stuff up, step over this, step over that, knock this off the desk because too much stuff up here. Yes, let's just keep doing it. Because I'm scared of the responsibility that comes with it, just keeping it clean. Like, stuff like, what if I can never just keep it clean? Like, what if it just always end up like this? Well, Mashika, maybe you just need to go buy a little bit more beans. Maybe you need to go get, some more desks as an organizer. Maybe you need to set an alarm, a pickup alarm, so after you get done working in the office, you can pick stuff up, right? So with that, in regards to real estate, you may say, you know what, I'm liking this. I'm doing marketing real good. How many people don't start a wholesaling or doing real estate, and you don't started marketing, but you stopped, and you was wondering why you couldn't pick it back up? I'm gonna raise my hand.
Yes.
Y'all did that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Why you think, who is that talking to me? Tatiana?
Yes.
Tatiana, why you feel like you couldn't pick it back up? Like, what emotions associated with you not picking it back up? Let's talk about stuff.
Because
why did you stop marketing?
Because it's like, once you stop, it's kind of like, okay, you got to go through the whole emotions of, dang, I done stopped and I could have been here if I had just continued. And it's like you go through this whole process, just procrastinating it. And it's like just because you're overthinking it sometimes. I don't know. At least that's how I think about it.
Because
So what made you stop?
You want to know something? That's a really good question. Sometimes it's not even like anything even going on. It's just doubt. But it's like, okay.
Were you not getting responses from your marketing, or just
doubt, right? So we're gonna touch on doubt because this is exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, the fear of the next step. So she said doubt. You know what? Ain't nobody got time to play with Zoom. Hold on. If you shut out, I'm gonna just start it again, okay? So, I don't know why I needed to be, but okay. So, so what I need y'all to do, go ahead and set y'all YouTube up, just mute it, and then if it do stop, we just gonna roll those what's the name, okay? So, doubt. So, okay, say for instance, she get a seller, right? Everything may seem like it's going the right way, but she get a seller and they got a lot of stuff going on. They got problems she ain't even ever seen before. Okay. And so she's like, you know what? I don't know what to do with this at all. She ain't got no tribe to go to help her. She ain't got no mentor to go to help her. So it's like, you know what? I just cannot keep taking all these. I can't. I don't know. What if I get too big of a deal? What if I get a deal that's, I'm bringing home $100,000 on? I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of money because I got bad money habits. Okay. So for me, I stopped marketing because it's like, you know what? I have to choose. I have to choose between being a stay-at-home mom or keeping my business going. And guess what I choose? Being a stay-at-home mom because that was the easiest thing to do. I ain't had to deal with no sellers. I ain't had to deal with nobody telling me no. I didn't have to deal with nobody cussing me out. I didn't have to deal with, messing up, making a mistake. I ain't had to deal with none of that when I'm dealing with my child. It's just simple. Change her diaper, feed her, put her down for a nap, make sure she ain't hurt herself, play with her, cuddle her. That is so easy. But when you talk about something else that's new to me still, I ain't no master in it. It don't come like natural. I was in a natural born real estate person. So yes, I'm down myself. Yes, I feel like if I get too many leads coming in, I'm gonna be letting people down and I'm gonna be overwhelmed. Okay? Tashiana, am I coming up your road or no?
No, you are.
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of exactly how it is sometimes. Like, even if you are like successfully doing it, and it's kind of like if you get overwhelmed, because it is like a business at the end of the day, especially if it's just you doing it, it's like, okay, well, if I can't do this and I can't do this, then maybe I should just not do it until I come up with a solution or I'm able to continue it later on. And it's like, that's fine, but you're going to have to pick it all back up again later on. So it's kind of like, dang, do I really continue when I don't feel like it? That's really what it comes down to.
Okay, well, I wasn't trying to press her. I was just curious because
you're fine.
I'm at that analysis paralysis where I done read and I done joined 80 million Facebook. I done built my business. I built my business credit. And I have yet to start trying to do a wholesale deal. And then I jumped to, let me do flipping. And I'm all over the place. Yeah. So that's kind of what I asked. Was she not successful of it? Is why she stopped? Or
why can't you start a marketing campaign?
I don't know. I just haven't tried. Like, I have ideas. I think a lot of it was initially when I started wanting to get in real estate. Like, I've been at my job for 25 years and I'm just ready to quit. I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel like they pay me what they should be paying me for what I do. And I'm just ready to do something different. And last year, my mom lost 4 siblings to COVID and she's the last one left of 8.
Oh,
and it was a lot. And I just kind of like broke down and I just emailed my boss and told him I'm signing on for the day. And the next morning I told him I was writing my letter of resignation. I was quitting. And I have been wanting to get in real estate, but it's like, my fiance wasn't really, you don't really know what you're doing, and I don't think you need to quit your job. Like, I didn't have that support. So I started doubting myself. But I was still building my business credit. Like, I've got my website set up. I got an IG page. I got a Facebook page, but I haven't, made it go live. But it's little things that I'm doing on the back end. So I'm still moving. I've just not taken action to do a wholesale deal or flip, which is I want to wholesale. I want to try my hand at wholesaling. I want to try my hand at flipping, and I want to try my hand at Airbnb. But what I have done, like, I haven't been just sitting idle. I've jumped in on a couple of joint ventures on flips that I'm not doing anything. I just gave money, and then I'm waiting to see my return on that. So I'm making a little bit of money, but like, I want the big money because I'm looking at these deals that I've jumped in on, and I've gave 10,000 here and 15,000 here, and where I may be getting anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 back. I'm on the back end calculating what she's making, and she's bringing in a lot of money. And I'm like, I can be doing that, but I don't know how to get started. I don't. But I did. No.
Why?
Not with that, because I don't, like, even though I've read all this information, I still feel like I'm going to screw something up.
All right. So I ask you why you don't trust yourself. I want you to discount your husband. I want you to put your husband over there. I want you to put COVID back there. I want you to put the lack of knowledge back there. And I want to know why you don't trust yourself.
I'm scared. Like, I'm scared I'm going to screw something up, or I'm going to lose this. Like, I finally got over the fear of just, I'm like, I got this money sitting in the bank. It's not making a whole bunch of money. I could at least be invested in it for it to be bringing me some type of return. So I got over that, but I'm just scared to jump out there.
Stuff that you're comfortable with. So you're comfortable with giving money, and you're comfortable with going to work every day and doing your job, right? Doing a good job.
Right.
Why is that comfortable for you?
Because I know what I'm doing. I've been in sales. I've been in sales for 17 years. I've been on my job for 25 years. Familiarity. I know who to go to if I screw up something, or if I need some help on something. Like, I don't see that a lot in this industry until I joined Black Girls in Real Estate. Mm-hmm. It's something about the lady that runs it, Janine Searcy Smith. Mm-hmm. She's relatable. She's easy to talk to. And so I have actually joined one of her classes that I'm going to do an Airbnb session on to learn how to do corporate leasing. Mm-hmm. And then she has a fix and flip that I'm going to try to join in April. But that's like the first group that, like, I tried to connect with people when I started out doing loan signing agents. And I connected with a couple of people in my area, but it's like, I was the only one that was saying, hey, how's it going for you guys? Like, trying to see where y'all at or where we need help and connect. It's like the three that they just stopped. And I'm just like, not getting any, it just wasn't working, And I'm just like, I feel like I'm by myself.
So, if we was to take your job, what you do? You said sales. If we was to take sales, and we was to erase sales, and we was to put real estate on there, and you got 17 years or 25 years worth of real estate experience, how would that make you feel? Like, would you do a deal? Would you fix and flip?
But yeah, because I felt like I have, I know the ropes, and I know where to go to get help, and I know who to reach out to. Like, I think it was in 2020 when I took my first class on the whole real estate investing. Mm-hmm. I did, I can't remember that guy's name, but it's going to cost me like $24,000, and that, it's like, I don't got $24,000 to jump into that. Mm-hmm. And then I did Women's Reign, and I think I paid maybe $17, $18 for that. And she wanted $9,000 to do a mentorship. I really didn't have that either. So at that point I started saving my money. But like Black first group that I joined, felt like there was some sisterhood or camaraderie where people were really wanting to help. Oh, nice. And so I've kind of started moving now. I still haven't done my first deal. I did get Lydia's book on wholesaling, and I've been reading through that. But like, that was the first group that I joined that I actually felt like there was real sisterhood, where they wanted to see other people succeed. And it wasn't like, no, I'm not going to tell you how to do this, because then you go, it wasn't any of that. wasn't the cause of being with all the ladies. God, I'm cool with a lot of women anyway, but
So
it just felt real.
This is trying to cut off. So what I want you to do is I want you to come over here to YouTube. I'm gonna bring you.
I was just curious on why she hadn't started if it just wasn't working out for her. 'Cause I'm just like, I know why I haven't started. I'm paranoid. No, not that I don't want to talk to you. I'm gonna get on and come over. I want to take up everything and let somebody else do it. Yeah.
Please put it in the chat. All right, all right, you guys. Sorry about that technical interruption. The Zoom call ended on me very disrespectfully. So we're just on YouTube tonight, and we're gonna have to figure something out about Zoom. All right. So, Tanya, if you can hear me, I sent you a messenger link to come in the studio. And so come on the studio because I want to ask you some more questions and unpack what you said. I said thank y'all for all y'all patience and bear with me. This night has been a struggle, and that's nothing but the enemy. But we're just gonna keep pressing through. I'm looking for my girl Tanya. Tashiana, the Zoom. Y'all can hear me. Please tell me y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me now? How can I get on a link? I'm on a MacBook. Okay, Tashiana, thank you. So I'm gonna try to get her on the phone and then we can go from there. Is this helping anybody so far? Y'all feeling okay tonight? Is y'all feeling me tonight? Is y'all feeling the topic tonight? Welcome back, Tanya.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I am not a techie person. That's another thing that I'm trying to look.
Girl, listen. We struggling together, but we struggling on up. That's all that matters.
So I can get on YouTube. I don't know how I found your link to watch the replays, but that link that you sent me, I couldn't get on it. So.
Okay, it's
and
probably
my MacBook doesn't have Firefox or Chrome or any of that on it. So.
All right, well, don't worry about it. Can y'all hear Tanya on the phone? Let me know in the chat. Still, I wish I was on Let me get this over here. Okay. But so yeah, so basically I just wanted to ask you some more things. So we had left off at the fact that you were talking about these mentorships that you were getting information on, you were interested in joining, but you couldn't afford. And so with that, you were looking to do something different. Do something different. And so with that, a big thing that I'm hearing from you is that support is a big deal to you. Okay, is that true?
Yes, definitely.
All right, support is a big thing for you. So with that being said, with that being said, you need that support. And so you said you found that in that real estate group, the Black Girls in Real Estate, but you were saying that you guys pretty much created an accountability group. Go ahead.
It's not so much as an accountability group. Well, actually it is. I joined the CEO Society, which is a part of Black Girls in Real Estate. And so I've signed up for 2 classes that are upcoming. They are not anywhere as expensive as some of the other ones that I've seen. I am going to have to pay something, so I do recognize that I'm going to have to spend some money to make some money. So I do get that part of it. Like I've signed up for the Fix and Flip class. This Saturday, I have a class that's going to be showing you how to get set up with Airbnb or corporate leasing.
Okay, so hold it right quick, Tony. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you, but I want to make sure we get into the core. So with that, we know that support is important to you. Is support important to anybody else? Let me know in the chat. Okay. And so with that, you were saying that the biggest thing that pretty much gave you the paralysis because of the analysis is because you didn't know enough. You had people in your ear telling you, you should stick with what you know and don't move any further. And so we said, what if we erase sales and replace it with real estate? You said you were willing to jump in. So what's stopping you from getting that 17 years of experience? And I know you didn't sit in the background with sales and study before you took the job 17 years later. So with that being said, what's stopping you from learning and, having that hands-on experience as you learn?
Well, nothing is really stopping me at this point. Like I said, my class doesn't start until the 26th.
Okay.
But I've been going through all of the replays on her website, so I'm still learning, still taking notes. I think my biggest thing at this point is I'm trying to tackle too many at one time. Like I want to wholesale and I want to Fix and Flip and I want an Airbnb.
I don't think, honestly, if I could just speak just off of experience, I don't feel like that is a problem for you, because I feel like if you had the knowledge, you would be able to do all 3 of them simultaneously because they work hand in hand. And so with that being said, your biggest thing is just figuring out what it's going to take for you to actually take action and jump in. And so with that being said, I want you to treat real estate as if it was your job and create, or let this 90-day journey be your training, or what they call it, because I've been out of work for so long. What is it called? Training. What is it called, y'all?
It's definitely going to be my hands-on and my on-the-job training.
That's right.
That's one of the reasons why I jumped in on this group. I was like, okay, I already built my business, but I kind of wanted to see where you were going to go as far as getting the wholesaling part. Because I think Lydia is very knowledgeable, and I enjoyed chatting with her, and she's helpful. I haven't asked her a lot, but she seems to be pretty helpful.
Okay.
So this one that I'm jumping in on, the Fix and Flip, will actually start, I think, in March. She has a new class, 5-week class that starts in March.
Okay.
And she guarantees to walk with you through the process.
Okay, so tell me this.
I don't have any doubt that I would start something when I do that. So it may be something that I'm doing while I'm working through this class, and I will be able to share what my experience has been.
So what have you been doing so far to learn real estate?
I've gotten Lydia's wholesaling book. I've taken a couple of seminars on real estate investing. I've done a couple of YouTube channels.
Okay.
But most of it has just been kind of, finding the information on my own until I got in this Black Girls in Real Estate
Gotcha.
Facebook group, and she has a lot of information, or she has information where I can go back and look at replays and things of that sort. So
Okay, so tell
I'm
me
kind of
this.
going through.
Tell me
Yeah.
this. Why do you, for the people that you're, you know, you got a class starting, you got a class coming up, why do you trust them over yourself?
I think because they have the knowledge and they've done it. And
Is it
have
because
been
you think
successful at it.
that they know, or you know that for a fact? Like, you know that, you know, you don't pay this money, you know, they're gonna show up, they're gonna give you the value that you're looking for. You know that for a fact, or is it just something that they told you and you running with it?
I believe that they will. They have had testimonials of people that have taken the class that have been successful that they post and that they share.
Gotcha. Have you talked to the people from the testimonials?
I haven't.
Okay.
I have not. I've read the testimonies. I have not spoken.
All right. So for me, you know, I believe in scams. Did anybody believe in scams? Type yes in the chat. Okay. And I'm going somewhere with this. Please wait.
People discourage me now.
Yeah.
I need somebody to walk through this with me. Don't take my
I don't want to. I just want you to think about it. I just want you to think about the reason you do what you do, the reason that you make the decisions that you make. Okay. So scams are real. I don't see the chat moving, so maybe I'm the only one. Okay, Monique put in all caps and yes, scams is real. So what if I said, you know what, you guys, you know, tell me about what this group has done for you so far, and I'll tell y'all, like, go in the Facebook group right now, do it, and I could probably get at least 2 or 3 of y'all to do it, right? And so then I take that, I wrap it up real pretty, take the screenshots, and then I say, you know what? Hey, you guys, I have this mentorship. I'm charging $3,000. You know, I've changed Tashiana's life. I changed Dee life. I changed Monique and Tanya's life. This is what they said about it. Let's do it. You know, let's do it. $3,000 though. That's the price, and I can teach you anything in real estate. Okay, so I can do that, right? And I can take what they said in the group, and I can make a little Facebook page or a little website and run with it, right? Can everybody say that that's real deal? Like, it's people out here who pay for reviews or ask for reviews, or, you know, take the reviews of something and, you know, label it as something else. Is that real?
It's real, and I have actually seen it before. I don't know. I guess I have always been a person that can read people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I know, like, it's something that I guess if you would call it a gift, I have the gift of discernment. It always happens. Most of the time I can see it. Mm-hmm. And most of the time I get this feeling, but for whatever reason, I feel very comfortable.
Gotcha. And that's okay. I don't want you to doubt your comfortability, your discernment, or any of that. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to get to. So say, for instance, you were the mentor, right? You used to take the place of the mentor, right? You used to take their knowledge, their access to their knowledge, their tools, their resources, right? Okay. And so, for example, we're just gonna say it's close to collab, okay? Because you're a part of this group. So say for instance, you used to take my place, right? So Tanya, she's the leader of y'all right now, and then she's gonna take my place, okay? So your resources and tools, say that everybody that's in the group, they've been doing real estate for a while. You know, they got access to capital, they got access to funding, they got access to credit. You know, any question that you may have, they'll be willing to answer, right? Okay. So say for instance, you probably don't know nothing, but you don't coax the people into saying, hey, listen, I got these people that I'm coaching. I need y'all to be my earpiece or whatever as I go through this and I coach these people because they pay me $3,000. I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all in on 10% piece, and we just gonna come up right quick, okay? Right? So you got your group, right? And so what if I said, hey everybody, go in the group and tell Tanya, speak positivity over Tanya, speak life into Tanya, tell her that she could do this. You believe in her, that kind of thing, okay? Would that be enough for you to get started on your own?
I don't necessarily say it'll be like I think I know my value. I think I know there are things that I can do, but for whatever reason I freeze. And I think I feel comfortable, like if somebody is walking the journey with me, and somebody that I can bounce ideas off of, somebody that I can go to if I get at a place where I'm stuck and I need assistance.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't need a so-called hand holding like that, but I do want to have in place people that I can talk to if I get in a position to where I feel like, okay, I don't know this. I've never run into this before, or this is new to me. I've never read it anywhere before. I've come across it. Somebody that I can reach out to and just kind of ask questions to.
Okay.
And I can't explain it. It's just something about this person and this group that feels authentic.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I'll see. I didn't pay $3,000 for the class, but I promise you that.
Well, that's good.
It wasn't no thousands.
Well, I hope it works out for you
It wasn't.
nonetheless. But what I want you to do for yourself, Tanya, is learn how to trust you. Okay? In the midst of everybody doubting you, at the midst of you doubting yourself, at the midst of the unknown, not having enough knowledge, I want you to learn how to trust yourself first and foremost. Okay? Because even if you have the mentors, even if you have the support team, even if the support team was to fall off, you should still be able to keep moving because you trust that you got it. You trust that you could at least find some other people that's going to surround you and support you in your growth. Okay.
And I absolutely have no doubt that would be the case once I get started. I have to get started.
Yes.
And my thing is, I'm at a standstill. Or I was until I started researching a little more, reading a little more, and that kind of thing. So I'm hoping once I get started, I'm not gonna have to have this person there the entire time.
Gotcha.
Yes, if she's somebody that I can reach out to, like I'm looking to connect with people in my city to work deals with. I don't have a problem with splitting commission for the first couple of flips or first couple of wholesale deals that I do. Yeah. Joint with somebody. I just want to learn,
Gotcha.
And if I'm learning, it's not all about the money. My thing right now is I want to learn as much as I can from those who've done it.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
It does. And my thing that I want you to understand is you have been learning. You've been learning already. You've been learning by yourself. You're seeking other education from an individual that you have more trust in than you have yourself. And so with that being said, you have everything you need. You probably had everything you need. If we was to have a conversation offline and I was to say, Tanya, tell me everything that you've learned, I'm pretty sure you have enough to get started. But the thing that's holding you back is the fact that you don't trust yourself. You don't have the necessary support team to cheer you on and, tell you that you could do this. And you don't have anything to fall back on if things go wrong. Like you said, you need somebody to bounce ideas off of. And if you get in a situation, you need somebody to answer your questions. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, all of that is true. But I still think there is still learning that needs to take place. And I feel like that learning while I'm doing would be more beneficial than me just reading it and saying, regurgitating it because it's something that I read.
Yeah, I feel like you're there. I just feel like you just got to jump off. You have to jump off the ledge and trust your wings.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I feel like you can get started. I feel like if I was to talk to you and I was to teach you enough to go out there and find leads and stuff, you could get a deal done in 90 days without going through everything else. I really believe that. And you just have to believe it too. That's it. And that's all I want you to do. So I built you out a support team. Can everybody, if anybody's willing to support Tanya, can you please say, I got you, Tanya, in the chat, please? If you need help, I have answers. I don't have all the answers. I don't even want to learn everything that's in real estate. One, because it's too much. I don't even think my brain has the capacity to take everything in. And then secondly, I have a network behind me. I have a whole army behind me, people that I'm connected with, make relationships with, that if I don't got it, trust and believe I can turn around and get it. Okay. So with that being said, I want you to go to the course because you paid the course. But if the course doesn't turn out to be what you need it to be, I don't want you to go find anything else. I just want you to jump. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tanya, for being open and honest. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Anybody else want to call in to the closest collab hotline? But did anybody understand that line of questioning that I was giving Tanya and why I asked her what I asked her? If y'all say, you know what, I don't understand why you was asking her all that and making her repeat herself and all this, that, and third, then let me know in the chat and we can break it down. If anybody could feel Tanya, let me know in the chat. You know what? This leg is just bothering me. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I see it. I'm gonna keep this up so that I can see it. Maybe come up on here faster. But it's definitely a leg, a big one. So with that being said, y'all feel Tanya. But did y'all I do sometimes we have to hear our own answers. Okay, Monique, you want to call in to the Closest Call Lab hotline? Did anybody understand the line of questioning? Did anybody understand, why I asked her what I asked her? And did anybody ask those questions to themselves? Monique, I need a yes or a no. What's the question again? Key, the question was, did you guys understand my line of questions to Tanya? Did you understand why I asked her the specific questions that I asked her? Monique, come on the Closest hotline. I'm gonna see her number. I hope this is. All right, check your messages. Check your message request. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get. Oh, girl, I don't set the wrong one. I said the wrong person. Why I didn't know that was your last name, Monique? Y'all please excuse Diana. She's having a moment because she does not want to go to bed, but it's bedtime. Can y'all hear her? Georgia in the house. Hey, Monique. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you so much for calling in to Closest Call Live. I really appreciate you for being open and transparent tonight.
Yes.
So you said
I'm gonna mute you on the thing so it doesn't echo.
Okay, please do. Yes, ma'am. All right. So with that being said, you was feeling Tanya, right? You was feeling how she had the fear to get started. Stuff was just holding her back. She was procrastinating, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay. So have you learned, have you been doing your own research and stuff about real estate as well?
Yes. I mean, I was one of the ones too that I haven't spent any big money like she has because I was just so afraid. I was afraid to spend that much money and then not be able to, just be left out there hanging for one. But I did, with Lydia, I bought the book. The book is excellent. And I use that as my, my guiding tool. And then, of course, like I told you before, I failed my test for my real estate twice already. So I'm still, I try to read up as much as I can and learn just to do my own research and just educate myself on different things. And just so I can feel comfortable speaking the lingo with, investors and, other present realtors and just dealing with that, that whole atmosphere of that. So I get it when, she says she's, when that is a fearful thing, because it's, that's the unknown. But do I think I could do it? Yes, I do. I honestly, at the end of the day, I think I can do it. Especially, I feel like it'll get better each day, and I feel like trial. I love trial and error, and I'll try to put my best foot forward towards anything. And I love the fact that even in Lydia's group, how she goes through different things, because my thing's like, but I don't understand the comps. Like, I can't wait to just get that one-on-one, even when not one-on-one, but where you'll go and you'll start teaching us how to do the comps, because like, I don't understand that at all. That's one of my biggest issues. Like, I hate it. I hate math for one. And then I just hate doing, I don't want to have to compute nothing, and I have to get out of that. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. So I just haven't spent the money like that, because I just, I felt like it wasn't going to help me to spend the money if I'm not going to do it. When I need somebody to actually, sometimes you spend that money, you don't have anybody to hold your hand. And I'm that type of person. I need you to show me step by step.
Okay, good.
So I'm more of a hands-on person than you just giving me, the whole blueprint. And even though you may give me everything I need to succeed, I may not know how to take those steps to succeed.
Got it. Okay, cool. So, do you have kids?
I do. I have 5.
5 kids. All right. Anybody in the chat got kids? Anybody who watch got kids? I need you to put, I got kids in the chat. Okay. Let me give y'all some perspective. Thank you, Lord. Let me give y'all some perspective. Tanya, you got kids? Yes, Tanya got kids. All right, I hope this helps y'all. I really, really do. And if not, I'm gonna just keep repeating it or just post it in the Facebook group for the next 90 days so that y'all can get it. Because one of these days it's gonna just happen. I know for me, it take a couple times. Somebody might have to say it 50, 11 times for me to get it, and I just be like, I finally get it. And it might be 5 years down the road, but that's okay. It's all in your timing. All right. So let me give you this. All right. We all know, and especially as mothers, okay. So you get pregnant, right? One thing for sure. One thing is a fact. These technology, has grown over the years. Doctors, they have their experience and stuff like that. But does anybody know what's truly going on in the womb? Does anybody know the day and time that your little one develops their legs, their arms, their eyes? What? What'd you say?
You do. The person who's pregnant or who gets pregnant, you know your own body.
No, you know if you're pregnant, right? But do you know when your baby is developing their arms and their legs and what their eye color gonna be, and what kind of?
You don't know all of that.
You don't know
all of that. Don't nobody know that but God.
Okay, got it. All right. Can everybody agree to that? That nobody knows how that baby is forming in your womb. Can everybody agree to that? Please let me know in the chat now. Help us out now, please. All right. So with that being said, nobody knows. Okay. Do you expect your baby to come out, some part of you? Like I don't mean like a body part, but do you know that your baby is going to come out with some of your DNA? They may come out with your attitude. They may come out with your hair color. You know who your child's father is, that kind of thing. Can we say that we, know that?
We do.
We know that bit. Okay.
Yeah, you know that they're going to have something of yours.
Okay. So I want y'all to think back to when y'all first gave labor. When labor was coming, when your midwife or your OB was telling you about labor, kind of preparing you, checking you and stuff to see if you was dilated, if you was a face, that kind of thing. I need you to think back to it. Get it in your head. Like, get it in your head. You being up there, in the room when they telling you, like, this is what to expect. When they giving you the tour of the hospital and stuff like that. Is anybody's labor the same?
No, everybody's labor is different.
All right. So were you scared out of your mind? Were you scared out of your mind before labor?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because it was the unknown.
Right.
You didn't know if you were, even like with my last child, I had to have an emergency C-section after all of my other kids were, vaginal. No, no pain, nothing. I did them all natural births. And then here it is, this one little problem child wants to come, turn around and get all tangled up in the umbilical cord. So I had to have an emergency C-section with him.
Got it. Okay.
So it was the unknown. That was the most scariest pregnancy.
Okay. But did it?
Because when they did the countdown to put the mask on my face, I remember it just like it was yesterday. I didn't know if I was going to come back from that.
Okay.
When they were looking at, the heart rate, they was looking at my heart rate and his. They said both of our heart rates was dropping. So it was the unknown of not, all I knew was, that, I pray to God and God your will.
That's right. All right. So with that, let's dig into that. Let's dig into your personal right there, Monique. So with that, did you stop the doctors to say, no, we're not doing a C-section?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I do anything and everything to save my child.
Right.
That's all I could think about with him.
That's all you could think about. Okay, got it. So so think back to your first child. Think through one of your vaginal deliveries. When you had your labor and your delivery, was it as bad as you thought it was gonna be?
No.
Okay. Got it. Hold it.
Easy.
Okay, got it. Now, with that being said, some of y'all, you said you got 5 kids, right? So that means even though it was scary every single time, even though you don't know if that baby was going to come out perfect or not, even if you didn't know that the little problem child was going to have that umbilical cord wrapped around them all kinds of ways, you still got pregnant again and again and again, right? You still went to the hospital and gave labor, right? Went through labor and delivery.
Right.
You still did what you needed to do as a mom to make sure that your baby came out right. So that means like eating your fruits and veggies, drinking your water, that kind of stuff, right? Okay. All right. And if I could be honest, having a child, being pregnant and stuff, that is probably the thing out here in this world that you have literally the small bare minimum knowledge on, right?
Yeah.
It don't matter how many YouTube books you wrote.
Every time it feels new.
Every time. Every time your body doing different stuff. You go
to something new.
Yes.
Every
time. So you even going into the doctor's office like, listen, I got this going on and I ain't sure. And they looking back at you like, I ain't sure either. But we still gonna make it through, right? Can somebody attest to that? Okay. So
and look, I just had my first grandbaby on the 25th, and
congratulations!
I was like, "Whew, I ain't even have one."
Listen,
and I was just trying to change diapers, and this little jumper pissed on me, and I was like, I had an attitude, and I was like, it's really ghetto. I don't know why.
Like, get this baby big. All right.
But right now, in 2022, my new grandbaby was born January 5th.
Congratulations.
It still feels brand new.
It still feels brand new, but guess what? You're still going to keep welcoming those grandbabies. You still went through the pregnancy and the labor and delivery multiple times. If you only got one child, bless your heart.
And I'm so glad that you learned your lesson because I didn't learn mine.
I didn't learn mine either. I got 2, and I still want another one. But guess what? I want you to treat real estate as if you were pregnant with a new baby. Okay? If it's that simple for you to trust yourself enough to carry a child, another living being, and that's probably the greatest thing that you will do on this earth is to bring life into this earth. Okay? So real estate compared to bringing a child into this world are on 2 totally different levels. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, I need you to treat real estate like your baby, okay? I need you to nurture it. I need you to read your What to Expect books. I need you to watch your YouTube videos that's for some reason available out here of somebody else labor and delivery. I need you to go to your OBGYN to get your checkups, aka Mashika, to say, you know what, Mashika, I got this going on. And that's pretty much turning in your worksheet. So your worksheet is your appointment, okay? And for my men, who done had children, your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, they know what I'm talking about. Go talk to them, and they can support you through your labor and delivery or your pregnancy. Okay, so real estate needs to be your baby, and you need to treat it the same way as if you would treat your child. Because guess what, your child is important to you, right?
Right.
You said you were willing to do anything to save your child, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what if real estate was that anything?
It is.
All right.
That's why that's why I'm even making myself accountable right now, because I know, what I'm capable of, and I want to see this grow.
Yes. And so just like when you go to get your ultrasounds done and you see your baby done got, they went from a little peanut or a little blob to you can see some limbs, you can see their face, that kind of thing. It's the same thing with real estate. Don't expect to have all the information at once, because guess what? When you was pregnant, you ain't know what to expect. You ain't had nothing. There was nobody that you could really go to ask questions. And even if you did, like your mama, your grandma, your auntie, you got different answers from everybody. So you didn't know who to trust. But guess what? One thing for sure, I can trust myself to carry this baby full term. I can trust myself to eat the right things, drink the right things, go to my appointments, do the right things for my baby. I could trust myself enough to say yes to the doctor, or pick the right hospital, pick the right crib, set up the nursery, raise them, even raise a child. So we ain't even gonna go into that, because that's a whole nother scriptural passage, that's a whole nother book. Okay.
Right.
But even in that, like raising a child, what God book comes with that? Who can you really go to get sound advice? But you have to trust yourself that you're gonna be the best mom or dad for your child, and see them off to the finish line. Whether it's graduating high school, graduating college, putting whatever you got into them.
Error too, even through the children, every child is different. And when my kids, they laugh and tease each other, about which ones got in trouble, and they say the little one don't get in trouble at all, which is like, I don't do all that no more. Like, and I can look at him and say something versus the other ones, it was different. You had to yell and hit, and chase. But this one, like, I could look at him and it'd be done right. Go and do what I asked you to do. So it is different. It's a difference.
So can anybody say that parenting is easy? I can't. I ain't even finna lie to y'all. It's not easy. Is parenting easy, Monique?
No, parenting is not easy.
Okay. So for those who say real estate is not easy, it's so vast, it's so much, I don't know, I'm gonna make a mistake. She just said that her children are different. So that means every deal is going to be different. That means every seller is going to be different. But guess what? You're still that same mom. You're still that same Monique, that same Laura, that same Kenya, Andrea. So nothing changes about you. You only increase and grow and do better, so that you provide solutions, aka guidance, to your baby/sellers. Okay, / real estate deals. Okay, please tell me if this helps somebody. Please tell me that you got it. You ready to jump tomorrow. If I was to say, let's start a marketing campaign tomorrow, y'all would be ready.
Yep. And I feel like the marketing campaigns, to start the marketing campaigns, I think the fear comes in with that is just not knowing where to start out or what to do, and then creativity, because you don't know what to do, and then but sometimes you have to, I guess, just look. That's why I look at a lot of wholesale and TikToks to kind of get ideas about different things, and so I guess we just have to brainstorm together to just even get some ideas together, just so that we all can have a little blueprint of how we can go into a marketing campaign strategy, just to get get it off the ground and be successful at it, and then kind of share with each other different things and different ideas that we've done, so we can all benefit from it.
All right. So that's the purpose of this group. That's why I tell y'all to join the Facebook group if you're not in there, because, you know, if you was here day one, that's what I said that the group is for. It's for you to post your failures, your feedback. Hey, you know, I started my first cold calling campaign, and guess what? I got cussed out 5 times. Okay, we need to know that so that we can help nurse you back to health so that you can get back on the phone. Okay, so you're going to have a blueprint for marketing. I'm going to go over all marketing techniques. I'm going to tell you how to navigate with the sellers, you know, when you get a fish on the hook, and how to reel them in. Okay, so all that's going to be available to y'all. But before we get to that, we have to get through this. And I need y'all to do a little mindset shift. You know, it could be 5%, 1%, whatever the case may be, but I need a shift in order for you to be able to not just sit on the marketing blueprint, not just sit on the support or, you know, the bouncing ideas off of each other, but I need y'all to actually run with it when I give it to you, okay? And trust yourself and be confident that, hey, if I can have a baby, if I can raise a child, then I can do a real estate deal. It's nothing.
That's right.
All right. So I'm going to let you go, Monique. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Miss Tanya. So Tanya said, so really, how is it any different me coming to you, the doctor, versus me taking a class and getting support there? I'm no more trusting myself with my mentor than I am with you, respectfully. That was respect. I received the respect, Tanya. So what I was trying to get across to you was, I don't want you to trust me and your mentor more than you trust yourself to make decisions and, you know, make the right decisions and get it right. Okay. So even though you're getting the knowledge and you're getting the tools and the resources to do what you need to do, I need you to trust yourself enough to jump off the ledge and trust your wings. That's all I'm trying to give you here. Not saying, oh, no, you shouldn't take the mentorship. I encourage you to go ahead with the mentorship. That's no problem. But I don't want you guys sitting here and receiving information and not doing anything with it because you'll still stay here at the same spot. Does that make sense? Exactly, Kenya. And so it's not saying that, hey, don't go get a coach. Hey, don't go get a mentor. Hey, don't go do research. Don't join a group. Don't participate in this journey. All I'm saying is if you're going to do that, because listen, all I'm doing is speaking from experience. I done heard story after story like, man, it's people out here, okay? I'm telling you, I'm not going to be one. I don't want y'all to be one. It's people out here who spend hundreds, okay, of thousands of dollars. Tanya said she's only spending $3. She's been quoted $24,000, $25,000 and $9,000, okay? So say for instance, the $25,000 guy, you get in a course, he don't have a good teaching style, okay? Because everybody can't teach and you can't learn from everybody. Can everybody agree on that? So if she goes with the $25,000 dude, his teaching style is off, she can't grasp anything that he's given to her, then she can't do anything with that. That's $25,000 down the drain, okay? So then if she comes across the $9,000 girl, right, you know, she's giving something, but Tanya might be, all her stuff is on the computer. You know, she can't function off the computer. Why? Because she might be computer illiterate. You know, it might not be the right font color, you know, that kind of thing. So with that being said, you have to, if you're going to pay this money, you got to make sure that it's right for you and it's something that you can actually apply. Don't get so caught up in education. I don't have enough education. I don't know enough. I got to keep learning. You will learn yourself broke. You will learn yourself miserable. You will learn yourself just unlearning. You steady unlearning and dumping whatever you learned in that last course or whatever you learned in that last group, and you're making room for the new stuff. But nothing is sticking. Why? Because without application, knowledge is ignorance. So if you can't apply it, it's no need in going to get it. Let me say that again. Okay? Knowledge without application is ignorance. So if you cannot apply it, it's no reason to go get it. Does that make sense to everybody? Am I being more clear now, Tanya? I want to make sure that you get what I'm saying. And like you said, you don't lose courage or, you know, believe in your mentor because of this conversation. I don't want you to have that at all. I want you to go with your mentor. I want you to be open to what they're teaching you. I just want you to apply it. That's it. But the only way you're going to apply it is if you guys believe in yourself, if you believe that you can do it. Not only believe, but I mean, what's belief without action? Ain't no faith there. Ain't no trust there. So you're going to have to take the action so that your belief can actually be worth something, right? So give yourself the credit and know that you can do it. But don't just know you can do it. Just do it. It's that simple. And that's the purpose of this journey, so that I can give you guys the necessary tools and resources to just do it. But none of that serves you if you're not going to do it. Okay? Y'all not talking to me no more. Am I scared? Okay, Tanya. I agree. I'm getting in, having someone there to help me when I apply what I'm learning. I still have fears. Fear is okay. I said it yesterday. It's nothing wrong with having fears, but let fear be your co-pilot and not your pilot. Okay? So don't let fear have you just stuck and you can't do anything because your co-pilot is, I believe in you, Tanya. You know, you can do it, Tanya. You have everything you need to do it, Tanya. So just do it. Don't let that be your co-pilot. Let the fear be your co-pilot and that be your pilot. Okay? It's okay to have fears. There's nothing wrong with that. You'll never get rid of fear. Why? It's a part of your makeup, and it's meant to keep you safe. Without fear, you'll go do stuff like walk off a bridge because you're not scared of drowning or falling or dying off the bridge. So you need the fear. Right, Ken? It's like swimming lessons. Trust yourself to jump in, practice, and just keep swimming. That's it. So, I mean, think about all the things you don't learn to do. Some of y'all probably done did cheerleading. Some of y'all done probably did tumbling, gymnastics. I mean, having a baby. I'm going to just keep harping on that. You know, starting a new job in a new industry that you never had been in before. You know, getting in a new relationship. Learning to love again. You know, dancing in front of people at the club. Whatever it may be. You know, going to a bar alone. Going out shopping, losing weight, you know, cooking your first dinner for your new boyfriend or husband. All that stuff comes with fears. But guess what? None of that stuff, that fear did not stop you from getting to where you go. So why would you let it stop you from, you know, bettering yourself and actually creating, you know, a legacy or generational wealth for you and your family? Okay, so Tanya, that's what I wanted to tell you. I forgot to touch on it. So let me give y'all this. I'm gonna call it pseudo movement. Okay, busy work. If you ever heard of that term. So a lot of us like to say we're in motion because we're doing stuff. You know, we cleaned up. You know, we got our office organized. We got an LLC. We got an EIN. We went to a real estate networking event. You know, we attend a YouTube live for 2 hours. You know, we join a Facebook group, whatever the case may be. That's how I found it good. Yeah. You know, you check that off the to-do list. You feel like you're doing something. That's great. But is any of that really resulting in anything, you know, to help you reach that goal? Are your goals being met? Tanya, you said you want to do Airbnb, you want to fix and flip and wholesale. So by you taking, you know, joining these groups, doing this research, you know, having this mentorship, is that helping you get to your goals? If it is, then great, keep doing it. If not, then all you're doing is busy work, and all you're doing is just sitting on the sidelines or just saying that you're doing something, doing that pseudo movement, and you're not really going nowhere. Somebody said that they had been trying to do this for since 2017. Okay, that's about 4 or 5 years. With that being said, I'm pretty sure they did a whole lot to Tanya, and you know, they took action, but they really didn't move anywhere towards their goals. So I just don't want y'all to get trapped up in the thought of doing something or action, and it's really not intentional action to get you to where you're trying to go, or the right actions to get you to where you got trying to go. Because a lot of us have done, me included, have done things, and I thought that is what I wanted, or I thought that's where I needed to go. But truth be told, I just wasted my time and energy getting there because it's not really what I wanted, or it's not the end result that I wanted, or it didn't help me meet any goals. And please, y'all don't think I'm picking on Tanya. I'm not. You know, she talking to me in the chat. I'm talking to her back. That's it. And I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong, Tanya. I applaud you for actually taking action and, you know, seeking out mentorship and, you know, starting your business, building business credit, that kind of thing. You know, but it has to come a time where when you get that knowledge, you're going to have to apply it. It's going to be a time where your mentor can't answer the phone or they don't, you know, answer your question in the right way that you need it to be answered. Good, Tanya. All right. So that's all I'm saying, y'all. Just don't let your fears hold you back. Don't let them, you know, cause you to, you know, do movement, create actions, create activities, this long to-do list, and you feel like you're doing something, but you're really not going nowhere. It's like when you pick up a baby off the ground and they're just kicking. But guess what? They're not going nowhere. But if you put them on the ground and you release them, that's let the arms that's holding you be fear, doubt, not trusting yourself, not believing in yourself, feeling like you need more knowledge. Let that be the arms and let your feet in the flow be your freedom to take intentional, right action that'll actually help you to get to where you're trying to go. Okay? I'm going to give y'all one more before we get off. So we said the fear about what comes next. Let me see. Oh, this is a big one. Okay. So fear of opening your mouth because of what would come out of it and how people would perceive what you got to say. I'm going to read it one more time. Fear of opening your mouth because of what would come out and how people will perceive what you say. I raised my hand because that used to be me. I sit back, you know, in the corner or whatever, be like, no, you know, I ain't gonna create a group. I ain't gonna do no YouTube. I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm probably not even gonna post on Facebook today. You know, I ain't gonna comment on that. I ain't gonna speak up for myself. You know, I ain't gonna do none of that. Why? Because, they might judge me. They might say I sound stupid. You know, they may say, you know what, girl, that don't even make no sense. What you doing? What? Girl, gone back to your little corner. Don't say nothing. Anybody, you ain't even got to say it. I'm not even going to ask you. Don't say it, okay? But guess what? I don't know about y'all, but I ain't living and walking and breathing on this earth to please anybody but God, okay? Because at the end of the day, approval and, what's the word? Acceptance and, what's the word? I don't know. But all that, I'm only looking for that for him because guess what? Rightfully so, genuinely as ever, unconditionally as ever, he's the only one that can give that to me. Nobody else. Because guess what? Human beings disappoint us. Human beings don't always have the right thing to say. Human beings got their own issues, you know, their own troubles, their own stuff that they're dealing with in themselves. And because they see you shining bright with your light and stuff, they want to tear you down because they're not comfortable with you leaving them. And sometimes we just got to leave people. This is the truth. You have to leave. You have to move. I'm telling y'all have to move. It's time to pack your bags full of all these fears that y'all have, all these doubts that y'all have, everything that y'all have that's holding y'all back. I just want y'all to, if you got to be physical with it, go take some of them old clothes. I'm pretty sure y'all got old clothes in the closet, you know, stuff that's too small to big. Take it and put it in a little suitcase. Throw it in the river, throw it out the door, set it on fire, whatever you got to do, honey. And when you put the clothes in there, like you take a shirt, I ain't got no clothes in here, but we're going to pretend. You take the baby, right? You say, baby, you is fear. I release you to where else you got to go and take root, but you can't stay here no more. You cannot. I have to go. You know, it was real while I lasted. But, baby, I got to go, okay? You know, people need me elsewhere. I got problems that I need to solve. And, you know, I can't do that with you, okay? Doubt. Hello, doubt. Hey, you know, it's been good. You've been there by my side from the beginning. But guess what? I've outgrown you now. I don't need you as my training wheels no more. I don't. So, it's best if we just part ways here. If you come back up, if I see you, cross the street, I may say, hey, I may not. Don't feel bad about that though, okay? Because what we had was real. But it's time for me to let you go, okay? And you just simply put it in the bag. Yes, the baby Tanya. Yes. And you simply put it in that suitcase. I'm telling you, I had a conversation with the shirt or the pants or the sock. You put it in a suitcase, you label them, you call it out. Okay, whatever you're dealing with, you put it on that and you put it in that suitcase and you do whatever you got to do. Okay? Get it out the house. Get it away from you. I'm telling you, you need to destroy it so you don't go back and get it. Because stuff in that suitcase is just not going to work. And then I want you to get your other suitcase, okay? And that's really your heart and your mind. And be able to replace that negative stuff with good quality stuff that's going to help you and propel you to where you need to be. It's going to help you to be the woman and the man that God created you to be. It's going to help you show up in your real estate business 100% and play full out. That's right, Summer Rain. People going to judge you no matter what. But guess what? They judge Jesus and they judge themselves. So please don't worry about what people got to say about you. Open your mouth. Be loud. Be you. Be uniquely you. Be beautifully you. If y'all don't know by now, I make up a lot of words, but that's okay. You have to show up for yourself because nobody else is going to show up for you. I can't do your real estate deals. I can't do your cold calls. I can't set up, I can't be there every single day with you, setting up your marketing campaigns, making sure you do it, that kind of stuff. I'm here for you now for these 90 days. But after that, I'm not going to be available like that for you. And so you have to trust yourself enough to say, you know what? Mashika gave me enough information, for me to jump off the ledge and trust my wings. I made a relationship or I made a connection with Andrea and Kendra. They in my backyard. They local in South Carolina. And I'm going to lean on them and call them, whenever I feel like I'm struggling. Okay? I'm a start researching so much and just apply the little bit that I do have and surround myself with people that's doing better than me where I need to go. Doing better than me and where I want to be so that I could get to their point and then find more people who are still doing better than me and where I want to be and continue to surround yourself with more and more people to grow you and stretch you. Okay? Because truth be told, some of us keep the same friends, me, keep the same friends so that I don't have to grow. Okay? So I had to cut some people out like, listen, you be keeping that drama up. You be keeping me petty. Like, you my petty partner. I'm going to have to let that go because I don't want to be petty no more. I don't want to live there no more. You love your 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And that's been calling on me for a couple years. And so, with that, I can't, you telling me that, girl, don't worry about starting that business. Just go ahead and get you a 9 to 5. Like, McDonald's been hiring, baby. Like, we could be up in it together. Besties, McDonald's besties, no. Mm-mm. I need y'all to surround yourselves with people that are going to help you grow, that's going to stretch you, just going to hold you accountable, call you out when your stuff is stank in a loving way, and help you get to where you need to go. Because we never stop growing. It's never, get to the point where, you know what, I done grown all I can grow, and it ain't no more room for no growth. No, it's a never ending process. When I started this journey, I felt like that, I was taking a break. I was taking a break from changing. I was taking a break from consuming and getting wisdom and stuff from God and stuff, for him working on me for a little bit. I thought he was giving me a break, but honey, let me tell you, being here with y'all, giving y'all this right here, that's helping me. Like, honey, I be getting out this thing, I be just drained. Why? Because it's just like, you know what, Mashika, you were sitting on the end of the camera, like where y'all sitting there, and you were speaking to you too. And some of that stuff, that shit you pulled at you because you still got stuff in yourself, that you got to get right. Like when I posted in the group, about y'all need to hold me accountable for doing my worksheets stuff, just like I tell y'all to do them. So with that being said, honey, if y'all was gonna let me slip on by, Mashika wasn't gonna be doing no worksheets. Y'all gonna be past Mashika on the setup, have y'all successes, be killing it, and Mashika gonna still be right here. Teaching y'all, watching y'all win, celebrating y'all, but she's still stuck at the same place. No. The Lord said, listen, what you gonna do is go in the group and tell them that you need to be held accountable and be expecting your worksheets to come through, because how you're giving it to them is how I need you to receive it too. Because just like it's blessing them, just like it's growing them, just like it's increasing them, I need you to increase and grow with them as well. Because even though, you could be an educator, you could be a leader, I could be teaching you guys, that doesn't mean that I got all the answers. And it doesn't mean that I don't have room to grow or more to learn. When I tell y'all, I don't know everything in real estate. It's probably some stuff y'all going to come across, and literally we're going to learn it together. Why? Because I've never been put in that particular position to get that knowledge. And that's the thing you have to understand. You can't learn everything at once. Why? Because some of this stuff, you have to experience it to get it. Because if I was to tell you about it, the way to do it, the way to, make sure that it goes out right, y'all going to be looking at me like, girl, what? What? One more time. Give it one more time. Girl, no, I don't understand. And I have to be able to show you. But in order to show you, you got to have a real life example to do it. And so the only way we're going to get those real life examples is by what? Doing the work. So that's it. That's all I got. If anybody want to call it to the closest collab hotline bleed, y'all call in or let me know y'all want to call in. But, I think we done covered a lot, and I don't want to overwhelm y'all, and y'all be feeling like I'm kicking y'all up over there. But I do want to touch on time management, task management, and making decisions. We probably going to touch on that the first part of the mind. You know what? We got 10 minutes. We're going to bang it out. All right. Y'all bear with me. So some of y'all got fears of getting it right the first time, right? And that plays into trust, not trusting yourself enough to say, you know what? I got this information. I'm going to do it. So like somebody brought up comps. A lot of y'all brought up comps. Monique brought up comps. That was her. So Monique brought up comps. So I might give Monique an address or so and say, Monique, go do the comps, find out the ARV from me. Okay. And she going to bring it back, right? And I'm going to ask her, I'm going to say, Monique, why did you choose these comps? Monique, why do you think this is the ARV? And just my questions alone might shake her enough to not believe that she got the right answer, right? But all I want Monique to be assuring herself enough to say, you know what, Mashika, I don't care what you talking about. I don't care why you asking me these questions, but guess what, baby girl? This is my answer, and this is why it's my answer, okay? And that's that. But some of y'all fear and second guess yourself because you can't believe you're in yourself enough to believe, you know what? I got it right the first time. Nobody can really tell me nothing. And it's a difference between being overconfident or conceited to the fact that ain't nobody can't tell you nothing or you can't learn nothing. And it's a difference between actually being right. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that like to be right. Me. But it's a difference between it. Okay? So, sometimes you have to just trust yourself enough and lean in and say, you know what? I'm studying comps and ARV for 2 years. I done comped and found out the ARV for 10,000 addresses. I think it's time. I think I got it. And when Mashika come to you and say, well, what's your comps on this? What's your ARV? Because I'm telling y'all, investors going to do that. You know what? I don't think your price is good enough. I think you didn't estimate this is just too high. Nobody gonna purchase this price. And I just be like, you know what? It just sounds like this ain't the deal for you. I'm gonna keep it moving. I appreciate your time and energy, but we're gonna keep it moving. Why? Because I know my numbers is right. I know my numbers is right. And guess what? Because I trust me. I trust me. All right. Move right along. Fear of making a decision. This is loaded. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Fear of making a decision. So how many people don't say it in the chat, but I'm gonna just ask it and y'all just think like, yes, that's me. Y'all give me some virtual head nods like, girl, yes, that's me. Okay. How many people are faced with making a decision? Like a decision on when to go and when to stop. Girl, that's me. That is me. Why? Because I have a fear of not getting it right. And not saying that so much so that I won't do it, but I don't like being told like, Mashika, you got it wrong. Or Mashika, you didn't do it right. Or Mashika, you made a mistake. Or Mashika, you dropped the ball here. I don't like hearing it. No, like, what? Me? Honey, you got the wrong one. Mashika don't make mistakes. I got it right, honey. And I get somebody to say they blew in the face. But I had to work on me and say, you know what, Mashika, you don't know everything. It is okay to make mistakes. I don't know who told you it's not okay to make mistakes, but give that back to them because that's not yours to keep. Okay. We enjoy, we welcome mistakes here. Okay. It is okay. Because one thing for sure, every mistake comes with a solution. So let's put our heads together to find a solution. Okay. So I'll chase after something, knowing that I probably don't messed it up. Or it's just no, it ain't no more breathing and giving CPR to this time because it's dead. Okay. But I just keep going. Why? Because I have fear of making a decision to say, you know what, Mashika, we're going to leave this where it's at. You did your best, but it's just not working out. Or Mashika, now's your time. You don't created that nonprofit that you've been sitting on for 5-6 years. And you so scared about you messing up, you getting audited by the IRS or whatever the case may be. And this is real life. I'm giving y'all a real example about me. Okay. But you so scared of all that, but you won't make the decisions, just do it, At least tell people about it. Like, yeah, I got this nonprofit, I built it out on kids, to redirect their life on where they're going. So if they're going down a bad path, I want to create, opportunities from them to change that around. I don't even do that. Okay. And it's simply because I have fear of making a decision. If I make the decision and I get it wrong, what's going to happen? If I make the decision and I get it right, what's going to happen? Lord, I might be faced with 10 more decisions and I ain't ready for that. Look how much it took me to make that one. Honey, we all go through that. And I'm a living witness, still to this day. Just with this journey alone, if I set up the journey, y'all see me struggle. Y'all see me struggle probably every day with the technology alone. And so little stuff be like, you know what, Lord, I'm just not going to make the decision to start this YouTube channel. I ain't got my stuff up. You got this brown seed that you see all the time. My videos are just raggedy. I got pauses in them. I got the Zoom call, failing out. I'm just not going to deal with this today. I'm not going to do it. Why? Because, other stuff come with making a decision. Stuff happens, okay? But that's okay, because I still need you to make the decision. Just like y'all need me to show up for y'all every single day because I committed to that. Y'all signed up for the journey. You put in time and energy into it when you sit here for the 2 hours, when you turn in your worksheets, when I got you, going through all this stuff that's painful and not so great. You expect me to show up. So same thing. You have to make the decision one way or another. Deal with whatever comes with it after the fact, but don't psych yourself out so much so that you can't make the decision because of what you think might happen or what you think might not happen. Okay. So we're going to get to time management for Monique. So fear from lack of time management or task management. Now, y'all know what time management is. Making sure that you're doing intentional tasks to maximize your time. Okay. So a lot of us, we got kids. Y'all don't say that we got kids. Y'all don't see my kids. Y'all don't see one come out that door over there. Y'all don't see one go in the bedroom with my husband. And so with that being said, you know, it's easy to say, you know what, I couldn't get to that worksheet, or I couldn't set up my marketing campaign because little Susie was just doing stuff and I had to tend to her, you know, or, you know, I had to go do grocery shopping today, or I forgot to take out the food to cook. So then it delayed my dinner and it delayed my marketing time. So I just couldn't get to it today. Okay, that's time management. Because one thing I had to learn was, you know, yes, I got kids and I am a stay-at-home mom. But guess what? During that time, I could do something like at least call a couple sellers and say, hey, do you want to sell your property? During that time, that's something that I could do. Instead of being on Facebook or chilling on the couch or going to sleep with her. You know, wake up a little earlier. You know, schedule my day. You know, figure out where I got time, you know, to myself to be able to just think for a second. Or, you know, set a schedule. please, y'all. When we get in, we probably gonna have a whole session on just scheduling, making the schedule. Because if y'all listen, me, I don't do schedule. I ain't never did schedule. But guess what? It is time to do a schedule because it helps you see your day full out. Okay. And when you make a schedule, my biggest thing was just schedule a whole bunch of stuff. Honey, I ain't never scheduled a bathroom break, a lunch break, a lay down break, a take a breath break, none of that. And by the end of my days, I used to feel overwhelmed. Why? Because the lack of time management created stress and overwhelm in my life because I didn't take the time to say, you know what? Real estate is important to me. My marriage is important to me. My kids is important to me. I'm important to me. So anything that's important to me should be on a schedule. Okay? I should make time for it. I should schedule time for it. I should commit to having time for it. Okay? Task management. It's a lot of stuff that we do that we just don't have to do. Okay? So like say for example, you have to set up a marketing campaign. All right? I done already taught y'all how to set up your marketing campaign, but you go watch 3-4 more YouTube videos to make sure yours look the right way when I already done taught you to. So you waste time by, you know, going and doing extra stuff, you know, which is a sign of your form of procrastination, picking up other stuff to avoid what you're really supposed to be doing. Okay. So you have to make sure that when you schedule your day and you, you know, pick out a time like, okay, this time block right here, 2 hours a day, I'm a cold call. You don't need to be doing nothing else but cold calling. And the night before, you need to make sure that your cold calling is set up, especially if you don't have time early in the day to do it. And don't psych yourself out. Be like, you know what? I'm going to have time. Yeah, I'm going to be able to have time. Don't do that. Especially if you got kids. Please take the time, like during their bedtime, to schedule it. And one thing that worked for me with my kids is, you know, I have found myself at the end of the day, I ain't had time for myself, honey. All I want to do is just take a shower or a bath and get straight in that bed. Why? Because I was tired. I was exhausted. But guess what? I said, you know what? My baby be acting like she's tired anyway when she get up in the morning for school. So we're going to move her bedtime up an hour. And that's going to be that. And guess what? I felt so much better. Because the things that you can't control, you need to control them. And at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you. Because I got that one extra hour to be able to do something. You know, waking up like an hour earlier before your youngest. Because, you know, your youngest wake up the earliest. You know, just so you can have some quiet time and get your thoughts together. Because, you know, when the kids wake up, they hit the ground rolling. And, honey, sometimes you can't catch your breath some days. So it's best for you to manage your time wisely. Make sure that you only have intentional tasks on your calendar. Do not overstuff your calendar or your schedule because you're trying to keep up with the next person. Please don't do that. Be honest about what you can do. Be honest about your limits. And when I say limits, I mean like you went cussed out 20 times and it take you probably about 2 hours to get cussed out 20 times. So after your 2 hours, that's your cutoff time. Don't put 3-4 hours of cold calling on there when you know you ain't going to be able to do it. You ain't there yet, okay? So extend yourself some grace. Extend yourself some mercy and just say, you know what, Mashika, you are a work in progress. You were built to make mistakes. You don't get it right all the time. You don't know everything. You know, you don't have the same strengths as everybody else on this Zoom call or YouTube video. You know, you have weaknesses. You have strengths. You know, you fall short sometimes. You get it wrong sometimes. But as long as you keep getting up every single day and putting your best foot forward and say, you know what? Yesterday wasn't good. Yesterday wasn't good at all. But guess what? I'm going to dedicate my time today to make this the best day I can make it. Why? Because I believe in me. I trust me. And I know at the end of the day, I'm human. And the people I'm going to be dealing with are human too. And they get it. They understand. So I won't live in this false reality that things have to be perfect. I got to learn everything. I got to know everything. You know, I got to take this course. I got to do this mentorship. You know, I got to show up every day to this live, you know, because if I don't, I'm going to feel like a failure. You know, I don't need to take rest because all I believe in is grind and hustle to the day I die. Don't live in that. That's something else that somebody else gave you, and it's okay to give it back. You have the right to, and you get to choose how you want to move forward from this hour on. Okay? That's all I got. We've been on here for 2 hours and 3 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? Do anybody got something they want to say? Do anybody feel rubbed the wrong way, or are they offended? Because maybe I need to apologize to some people, and I'm okay with apologizing. I'm not above it. I used to be, you know, but I'm not no more. Kenya says she loved writing in her planner. She highly suggests investing in that. And let me tell you, Kenya might love a planner, but it may take you to get on Google Docs or get on Microsoft Word and create your own schedule, you know, with pictures of yourself, maybe pictures of your kids or something. You know, maybe you got to have the numbers backwards or something. Maybe you got to have it on red paper because that's your favorite color. You know, so everything doesn't work for everybody. And just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean you was a failure or you wasn't good enough or you didn't have the right sauce. Okay, because everybody's sauce ain't the right sauce. And everybody got different sauce. So with that being said, you have to figure out your own groove, what gets you going, you know, what works for you, you know, what gets your mind in the right place, that kind of thing. So when people give you advice and stuff, you can take it. Take it. But if it's not working for you, be honest about it. And, you know, give yourself permission to release that and pick up something else. Be open to something else. Okay? You're welcome, Monique. So I'm going to let y'all go. And I need to pray y'all out, really, because this is heavy. And I feel it on me. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all feel it on y'all. So I'm going to just go ahead and pray y'all out. And then we just going to go. Okay? I hope y'all show it tomorrow. Please tell me y'all going to show it tomorrow. Don't tell me, because that ain't none of my business. Ain't I told y'all that yesterday? What people do and think, you know, regarding you, involving you, is none of your business. All right, so Lord, Lord, this is heavy. This is very heavy. And, you know, I thank you for allowing me to get through it, you know, and allowing giving me the right examples, you know, giving me the right words, you know, to give to them so that they can get it, they can understand it. And we both know that we're not expecting them to get it today if they don't. We're not expecting them to make, you know, change their whole life today if they don't. You know, all we're doing is saying, you know what? You get this choice. You get to choose. You get to decide, you know, how you want the rest of your life to be. You get to decide, you know, when you get to take action and when you don't. You get to decide when to be honest with yourself, when to be honest about what you need to change, what you love about yourself, what you don't like so much about yourself, what doesn't serve you and what does serve you. You get to choose your friends. You get to choose your, you know, vehicle for success. You get to choose, more importantly, you, themselves, myself. We get to choose them. And in the midst of it all, we get to believe and trust you that whoever you say that we are. Regardless of how we feel about ourselves and how others feel about us. that the only real true thing regarding us is whatever you say about us, because you know us better than we know ourselves. You know what our future holds better than we know. And so if we can just trust in that fact, if we could just trust that your will is the best thing for us, then we should be able to just walk in grace. We should be able to just walk with our best foot forward every single day, knowing that one thing for sure. I ain't really got to depend on me. I ain't really got to, believe in me so much. But as long as if I believe in what you say about me, then that's all that matters. And so I pray that their hearts and minds will open today to receive what I gave for them tonight. And that, it helps them in some way, form, or fashion and not hurt them. Because that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to help them and prepare them to get them to where you need them to be so that you can bless them and give them abundance in their business and have the success that this journey was built to give them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Y'all, gotta go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I really appreciate y'all for hanging in here with me. Thank you. Good night.